Well, today everybody, in this video, we're going to be checking out a little tiny tube combo amplifier. Let's check out the Marshall DSL5 Combo today, alright? Let's not waste any time, let's just hop on into a mix real quick, shall we? So everybody, in my opinion, I can get this thing to sound pretty solid in a mix. However, I don't know, I think it might be because I've kind of gotten good at mixing over the last, give or take, 6.5, 7 years, and I'm not really sure that this amplifier would be my first choice. That's right, everybody, kind of just coloring my thoughts and opinions about this amplifier. Not really a huge fan of it. But it ain't all bad. We're going to get to a lot of the positives and the things I do love about this amplifier. And yeah, man, I'm not here to bash nor criticize, just letting you guys know that this thing is not necessarily my first choice, okay? And also, too, just letting you guys know there's no affiliation, no sponsorship, no nothing. This is my friend's amplifier, and he's actually waiting for me to return it to him so he could trade it in for something else. Yeah, man, I'm not sponsored by Marshall. I wish I was, but I'm not. But yeah, man, just nothing I need to say or do. There's no extra frills going on, I guess we'll say. So the specs for this amplifier, we've got two channels, a clean and a dirty. We've got a low power switch so we can run this amplifier even quieter than it already is. It's got 5 watts of power. It's got 1 power tube, 2 preamp tubes. It's got some built-on reverb. It's got a deep switch, which is like a bass switch, and a tone shift switch, which is essentially like a scooped button, I think I would call it. It's also got an effects loop too, which is pretty cool. I would say there's two positives with this amplifier. One, the sheer volume. This thing is very, very loud for a little tiny 1x10 combo amp. Is it loud enough to be in a band setting? No, absolutely not in my opinion. I think just combo amps in general really can't get loud in a band setting because they sit on the floor and you can't hear them to begin with, but that's beside the point. But this amplifier right here, yeah man, like I would never, ever, ever try to keep up with a drummer or a bass player. You know, in a jam setting or in a gig session. Like, this is solely, in my opinion, for somebody who's like in their bedroom, in their dorm, or in their real house, but like they want some volume and or a lot of volume, but not nearly the amount of volume and power needed to play, you know, in a gig setting, I guess we'll say. But contradicting myself, because this thing does get very, very loud, and for what it is, you know, I was actually pleasantly surprised with how much volume it has. The second positive with this amplifier is the clean channel. I think this clean channel on this amplifier is pretty good, man. I think Marshall tones have some pretty cool cleans and pretty good cleans, I guess we'll say. So yeah, man, the clean, pretty solid. Now, I'm really not a huge fan of the high gain tones or the gain tones in general with this amplifier. And that's kind of to be expected. I wasn't expecting this amplifier to be like a tone monster. I was just expecting it to be loud because most Marshall amps are very loud, and this amplifier is exactly that. Hence the words I put on the thumbnail of this video, Little Beast, because for how small it is, it gets very, very loud. But just because it's loud doesn't mean it sounds all that great, especially in the high gain department. And now say in comparison to the Marshall DSL20 amplifier head that I had on the channel a couple weeks ago, this amplifier doesn't even compare to it. It's pretty much a night and day difference. I think the power tubes is the main difference. However, I'm not here to debate the tubes or talk about the tubes debate debacle right now. But just in comparison to the DSL20 head, yeah, man, it's cool, but it's not even close. Both sonically and just the sheer oomph and power. So everybody, to wrap up this video, didn't really like this piece of gear. I really don't know who this would be for, other than somebody who just wants like a Marshall amplifier. And Marshalls are, they're the shit. They're awesome. But in my opinion, for how much money this costs, I think you could get something for the same price and or something a little bit better, whether it's a modeler or a variety of plugins or, an FR. Like, I think you could save up and get a better rig and better tones for this amount of money that this amplifier costs. But if you just want a Marshall and you want something loud and you don't really care all that much, pick it up. Why not, right? So everybody, it's going to do it for this video, man. Just wanted to document this piece of gear. Not really a huge fan of it, unfortunately. Can't like everything, right? And that's a bummer because I love Marshalls and I love, just everything about the Marshall brand. But yeah, man, I would pass on this. So that being said, everybody, what do you guys think of my thoughts and opinions? Do you guys disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Whether you do or do not, that's cool, man. I just want to hear from you guys down below in the comment section, okay? With that being said, be sure to subscribe on your way out the door if you'd like. I'd really sincerely appreciate it. And yeah, man, I'm out of here, all right? See you guys later.